Hey, awesome people of YouTube, welcome to Bannerlord video. In this one, we're going to be talking about the best policies for your kingdom. There's a bunch of the policies in the game. As you can see, there's a total of 31 policies, right? But today we're going to be talking about the best policies to have your kingdom flourish and blossom, right? But before we get started, I just want to say that if you do enjoy these videos and want to support my channel, do so by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing, especially subscribing. Also, we do stream every day from around 4 p.m. Eastern, so do check it out. And we have our own Discord. All those links are down in the description, right? But with that said, let's get started, right? So you want to create your custom kingdom, right? It works best with that because you'll be the leader and you'll be able to have easy time selecting the right policies. It can work if you eventually become a leader of existing kingdom or empire, but it's best if you are already a leader by making your own, right? For this purpose, we're using my playthrough. In this one, I am a Valandian culture, but I own Azerite territory. And as you can see, I have 90 loyalty in this town. I have 100% or 100 loyalty in the castle. I have governors in both. In this place, I don't have a governor and I have 64 loyalty. And in town, we have, unfortunately, less, but it's still almost 50, so it's not going to rebel, right? And you can do that with the governor, fairgrounds, and having +3 from permanent stuff. But you can even do it without it. For example, right, let's get to this town and we'll select manage it. Right now, as you can see, I don't have festival in games and I still have 93 loyalty with -0.1, but I do have fairgrounds at level 3, right? So I get 1.5 loyalty, but you don't need that. You don't need a governor. You just need the right policies, right? And you want to look at the policies, right, that give you loyalty. For example, forgiveness of debt. Yes, you lose production. Well, your summer production reduced by 5%, but you get 2 loyalty per day, which is massive. The tribunes are people. You get 1 loyalty per day, but you get 5% tax reduction, which is not bad. Between these two, you get 3 loyalty, which is massive. With grazing rates, you get 0.5, but your thought production in villages is reduced by 0.25, which does suck, but that 0.5 loyalty is really helpful when you're of the other culture. And even if you're of the right culture, you still want to have it for when you take other cultures' towns, right? For example, if you're empire or imperial culture, you have majority of the castles and towns. You know, as you can see, we'll just show the towns. Majority of these towns are of imperial culture. But if you want to take over Battanian and Valandians or have those lords join you, they will lose loyalty if they're not the right culture. So if you have Valandian taking over imperial towns, they're gonna lose a loyalty. But with just those 3 policies, you get 3.5 loyalty per day increase. With the trial by jury, you get an additional 0.5. Yes, the clans lose 1 influence per day, and your settlement security is decreased by 0.2 per day, which sucks, but getting an extra 0.5, so you get between this 4, you get 4 loyalty, which is massive, and 4 loyalty is a lot. That's better than having those festival games, which only give 3. So those 4, you get festival games and level 2 fairgrounds right off the bat. Right? Another good one is castle charters, because it reduces the cost of upgrading castles by 20%. And castles are not as good as towns, but you still want to upgrade them so they can be pretty good in defense, right? They're not easily taken over, and they can help you get some more money, and you can put some decent militia with that. The other good one is Royal Guard. You will get, since you're ruling clan, 60 more troops in your party, but non-ruling clans lose 0.2 influence per day, which can be offset, right? Now, Magistrates is not bad because yes, you lose 5% more taxes, but it will give you that one security per day, which will offset that other stuff. Bailiffs will also give you an extra security per day. You lose 5% more taxes, which sucks, but honestly, you can live without it because you'll be able to make money through battles, right? As you can see, caravan and party income, I have 4.6, which I don't even know how, right? I guess, but tons of security of greater 60 get an additional influence to the owner clan. So if you help your towns get that security, that will offset the influence lost. Senate will help you with getting 0.5 influence per day for the clan tier 3 plus, right? It does increase the cost of inviting lower clans to your army, but if it's your own party that you're inviting, they cost 0. Noble retinues is also helpful. Tier 5 clans will lose 1 influence per day, which sucks, but you get an extra 40. So between noble retinues and royal guards, you get 100 more troops if your clan's tier 5, right? Cantons give you 1 more militia, which is huge because militia don't cost food. And even if your entire castle or town has no food, you will still have some troops. Yes, we'll also recruit replenish 20% fast, which is huge for recruiting troops for yourself and for other nobles in your group. But it will reduce the income in settlements by 10%. State monopolies is not bad because workshops production decreased by 10%, which sucks, but ruler clans gain 5% of the settlements as tax per town. So if you have a lot of towns, you'll get a nice chunk, right? Some of the other ones is lowers privy council, but that's if you try to squeeze out as much influence per day, but it does cost inviting lower tier clans. So if you're out of a lot of clans and you're tier 5 clan or tier 6, it's gonna be a bit annoying of getting other people. Now, road tolls, I don't enjoy because reducing the town prosperity by even by 0.2, it does decrease the prosperity of a town going higher faster, which is where a lot of your taxes come from. Sacred Majesty will help, especially if you influence starve, but once you get your right policies, you're not gonna be. As you can see, I'm getting 8.29 and I'm getting -2, 1 from noble retinues and 1 from child by jury, but I get huge because I also have clan members in the army. So without that, I'll still be getting around 5 influence, right? So if you're trying to get a lot of influence or your influence starve, Sacred Majesty is pretty good. Serfdom. Again, just trying to squeeze out influence because they give you more influence per day to the owner clan. So if you have a lot of villages, it'll help, but they lose 1 militia per day, which sucks because militia don't cost food or gold. Law speakers, if you have high charm, is really nice, give you influence, but to clans whose leader has low charm, they lose 1 influence. Royal privileges, sorry, I don't consider it as good because, you know, the influence cost of ruler overriding popular decision outcome is reduced by 20%, which might not seem bad, but it's not really within my opinion. Now, Council of Commons, that's if you have notables and you care about that, might worth it, but again, you lose some tax, which is kind of whatever. Again, influence after a certain amount of time, it's not going to matter because you're going to be in a, especially if you're doing a lot of battles, influence will grow, and as you can see, just having decent influence. Now, marshals, that's if you are tier 5 or higher, will require 10 less influence, which is not bad, but you lose that 1 influence, so not great. Serial land tenure, I don't annex other people's stuff, so I don't really care about that. Hunting rights might seem good because it increases the food production town and castles by 2, but you lose that loyalty in towns by 0.2, which is not bad if you're trying to get food stacked up, but I try not to mess with loyalty. I try to increase and not decrease it. This won't truly matter if you're doing Imperial playthrough and you're only focusing on Imperial towns because you're already of the right culture, so you don't get that -3 debuff. Land tax, again, just more income. It's only 5%, not worth it. The base of currency, you lose one loyalty, so I automatically don't like it. Even though ruler clan gets 100 Naira per day for each town in the kingdom, so if you have 10 towns, you get only 1,000 Naira, which honestly, not worth it. If you have 30 towns, okay, 3,000, but even then, it's kind of whatever, because that one loyalty, in my opinion, matters more. Crown of duty, again, losing prosperity, or automatically don't like it, right? And because it's only 5% tax. Imperial towns, huge if you have the right, well, if you're a ruler clan, right? But for non-rulers, they'll lose that. And I don't want my eventually clans that I recruit or promote people to nobles, I don't want that 0.3 loyalty debuff. Right? Maybe eventually, but most of the time I try not to mess with it. If again, if I'm on the right culture and only focus on Imperials or Valandian towns or only Valandian, stuff like that, then I'll take it, because that one loyalty is already huge, and 0.3 loyalty reduction whenever the right culture doesn't hugely affect it. But getting that loyalty and prosperity to the towns that I hold, especially if they already have a high prosperity, is huge, because that's more money. Well, commission, I don't really worry about it. War tax, lose prosperity, automatically don't like it. Plus, the influence cost of declaring war is doubled for a ruler clan. It's already 200 for me, so having it 400, automatically don't like it. Well, it's a Karna, but achievements grant 20% more influence. I already have enough influence most of the time, but getting the troop wages by 10%, it's not worth it, because I can't really see my troop wages, but we see my main party wages is almost 2,000, so getting that 10%, which is only 200, might seem not like bad, but that's 200 gold that I really don't want to pay, right? Now, citizenship might be good, but that says of the same culture. So if I'm an Imperial town and I'm an Imperial, that will be pretty massive, because that's an extra 0.5 loyalty. And it will increase my settlement militia production by 1, which is again huge, because militia don't cost food and gold. But this is the policies that I like and the policies that I don't like. As you can see, I have 13 policies. Feudal inheritance, don't really care, because that is the Valandian policy automatically if you pick the Valandian language and stuff and laws. But there's the policies that I enjoy: the castle charters, tribal jury, grazing rights, tribunes of the people, forgiveness of debt, royal guard, magistracies, bailiffs, senate, noble retinues, cantons, and state monopolies. All that said, I hope this helps you get your proper policies set up and get your kingdom be nice, prosperous, and have your towns and castles be of a high loyalty. But with that said, don't forget to stash them. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye bye.